Oh yeah. All right, shalom, shalom.
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 First off, we'd like to give all the praise and all the glory to Yahweh,
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 Bahashim, Yahweh Shah,
Yahushua,
Bahashim,
Hashem,
Rakah, Badash.
Kakadash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations to the whole elect around the four corners of the earth, making their calling and election sure. Shalom.
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 Hey, we the Hebrew Israelites coming again at you with this truth, man. Another live lesson going into the coming destruction of this place, Babylon the Great, aka America. New Year's of destruction. And we know a lot of prophecies about to come to pass. We know we're coming into the times of the end. And we can see that when you look around and see what's going on in the earth, you can see that we at the end of this current kingdom. We know that this bitch is circling in the drain, and we getting
God.
excited, man. Bros are getting excited because they seeing the prophecies happen. They seeing chariot sightings. They seeing Esau Edom scrambling. Trying to come up with their new world order, trying to come up with their MOTB. You see famines on the rise. All these things are coming together, all right, for the end of this kingdom, man. And it's beautiful to watch. Hey, we got to sit back and we got to really enjoy Yahweh Shema Shai's movie. Because, hey, we're seeing the end of an evil and wicked kingdom. All right. So Yahweh Shema Shai set this place up just so he can show his power. When you go into Romans 9 and 17, it say he rose the Pharaoh up so that he can show his power. This Pharaoh, this current construct is risen up so Yahweh Shema Shai can flex his muscles.
God.
He's about to really flex his muscles. And he gonna also do it through his men. We're gonna get busy out here. We're gonna get a little piece of Esau, man. And brothers are
God.
getting excited, man. You know, bring out that Matthews. Let's get into it.
Okay.
You
What is it?
started what at 4?
Matthew 24:4.
Yeah.
He started 3.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
started 3 or 4, yeah.
Yeah. Matthew 24:3. It says, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
Yeah, man. So the disciples wanted to know what was going to be the end of the world. And who was the he? The he was Yahweh. So they came to Yahweh, the Son of God, because when you go in the word Yahweh, it means he saves, he delivers. And they was going to him and asking, like, hey, when the end gonna come? They was inquiring. They wanted to know. Just like in the times that we're in, we want to know when the end is. So we go to Matthews and we find out that, hey, it's gonna be signs of the times. Go ahead.
God.
It says, verse 4, and Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed Hamashiach, and shall deceive many.
Yeah, and many have them been deceived. Look at the Christianity. Look at the Baptist Church, the Roman Catholic Church. All these people
God.
have been deceived. Even when you go to Islam, these people have been deceived. But we're not deceived. We know what's coming down the pipe. We know Yahweh Shah is about to come back, and he looked like a so-called black man, and his name was Yahweh Shah. We
God.
know these mysteries and these dark sayings. He the Amos, I think it was Amos 5. He said he do of nothing, but he reveal it to his servants the prophets. You know, so we know that that Yahweh Shah is the one that's coming back, not these fake idols, not these people, these things that these people been talking about. Hey, somebody mic up loud. Keep on
Malachi,
going up.
you gotta mute yourself, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, go into the next verse up.
Okay. Verse 5, it says, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Mm.
For
Keep going.
nation shall you got
Yeah, keep going.
You going? All right. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows.
All these are the beginning of sorrows. And when you see kingdom against kingdom, what you see Russia against America, China against America, all
God.
Iran against America. You
Yep.
see Iran in an uproar right now. That's uproars of the people because they mad because their currency just plummeted. So now they in the streets, they rioting in the streets, they protesting, they marching, because now they're in scrapes. Now they're in difficult situations, you
Mhm.
know.
Yep.
So we see this all around the four corners of the earth, earthquakes in diverse places, you
Mhm.
know. So we seeing these things coming to pass, and we getting excited because we know this is what Yahweh Shah was talking about. This is what the Son of God was going into when he was talking to the disciples in Matthew 24.
God.
Hey, if I may say, 2025 was a heavy year of conflicts.
Beautiful.
When you go into, just the different proxy wars and wars that have been started, it was basically an uptick.
Mm-hmm.
You had civil wars in Africa going on.
Mhm.
You have the war, not really like a war, but it's a scuffle over there in Taiwan heating up.
The
All right,
bombing
you
of
had
Nigeria.
yep.
Yep.
You
Yep.
had the United States bombing Nigeria, Venezuela.
Mm-hmm.
They just did an airstrike, I think, last night on Venezuela, a
Mm-hmm.
ground attack. Um, just bombing all type of boats.
Yep.
You have civil wars in Asia.
Uh,
I believe in the Philippines or in Cambodia, was it?
Yeah.
yeah,
Thailand and
Cambodia.
Cambodia.
And you have this devil, Donald Trump, trying to claim that basically he's the Prince of Peace,
Yep.
right? That he brokered all these peace deals this year, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
the like you say, man, the prophecies are speaking.
Yep. And a
Yep.
lot, but like you say, a lot have been going on in 2025. Look at the so-called black woman. Her EBT got cut off for a little while.
Mhm.
She didn't know if she was going to get those subsidies from the government, and those things are still on the rise because look, on January 30th, they said they might cut them back off again, and we
Yep.
don't know if
God.
they're going to come back on. You
God.
know,
Yep. Yep. And then just like how you just said, flying back off of what Hashan just said, um, the two boats, Donald Trump Thomas, yeah, two boats we took, we might just go ahead and just take the oil and sell them. And then unbeknownst to the American people, the two boats that they got were one was a Russian and a Chinese oil tanker. And they said, we want our, excuse the French, we want our ish back.
yep,
And they tried to stop another boat that was a Russian boat. So, they're like, "Hey, do we really want to push this?" And I just put it to a link on WhatsApp, and I fact checked that, and it did happen. That Russia took one of their biggest kind of American version of the C-130, flew it all the way from Russia to Venezuela over the so-called no-fly zone into Venezuela and dropped off a lot of supplies there. And now, just like I said, not cheap stuff, top of the line. So now Venezuela is getting supplies from China and Russia. And they just said they also dropped off troops there. So if it does go full blown, they won't just be fighting Venezuelan troops, it'll be Russian troops over there.
Hey, but you know what? When you really look into it, Russia not doing anything wrong. Cause what did America do with Ukraine?
Yep.
They was giving
Yep.
them weapons.
Putin
They
said the
was
same
giving
thing.
them. Yep.
Yep. He said the same. If you can go ahead and give Ukraine supplies, we'll do the same thing.
Yep.
And China right there back.
We will arm your enemies.
Yep. Hey, it's a saying in the world? What it is the
enemy of
friend of
my
my
enemy.
enemy is my enemy, or
Yep.
something like that. What it
No,
is?
the friend of my enemy is no. How you go? My friend, my enemy is my enemy.
The
Is my
enemy
friend.
of my friend is my enemy.
Yeah.
Right. That's it. That's it. And that's what you see, man. Now you're starting to see people drawing the line and saying, "Hey, trying to see, hey, which side I'm gonna be on, man?" Because everybody's getting tired of America. Everybody's getting tired of that old bully. That old bully walking around, snatching people chain. Like on Depot on Friday. Everybody's tired of that bully, man. So now everybody's trying to get on the side of Ice Cube. You know,
Yep.
The only one they know can beat that bully, and that's Russia, man.
Yeah, and then on top of that, on social media, I didn't mean to cut you off. They also say over there, if something does go up between Russia and Europe says they only can last with Russia for 2 weeks. They can only last 2 weeks from airstrikes from Russia.
Right.
So in other words, if it goes down, they're gonna hold out for 2 weeks. The only biggest help is from America or the so-called NATO Union.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and Nigeria responded back to the United States when they say, "Hey, look, you can bomb us, but we got something for you." So again, like how you said, you making all these enemies when it goes down, and everybody see it. The United States cannot be in all these fronts fighting the war. You got to
Hey,
pick and
that's
choose.
what happened with Rome, right? Hey, Rome was spread thin. Rome was fighting all these different fights, you know, and that's how they went down through the currency. The currency got weak, you know, depreciated. You know, they started adding different metals into the denarius. You know,
I got
a lot of
precepts.
homosexuality was going on in Rome. Same thing here in America. Bring it out.
This is Jeremiah chapter 15:22. It said, "A sound of the battle is in the land, and of great destruction. How is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is
The hammer of
Babylon?"
the whole earth. Hey, the hammer of the whole earth. Who is the hammer of the whole earth? That's not a rocket science question, man. You know, everybody know who the hammer of the earth is. Who is you? Who is the who have the world currency? America, man. You know, the dollar is worldwide. You know, that's the hammer of the earth. They have the greatest military. They spend the most in the military.
I got a precept too. Just to back off of your precept. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4, it says, "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto himself all nations, and heapeth unto himself all people." You know, just going into the devil Esau Edom, the so-called white man. All right, what he's doing abroad. You know, the war in Venezuela, the war in Ukraine is very much about him gathering things. You know, it's very much about economic and economic gain. It's about territorial gain. It's about minerals and resources. You know, when they go to war with people, when they decide to invade these countries, they have many different agendas, for going into these countries. And the latest one being Venezuela. All right, it the new boogeyman. All right, so we can steal their oil and we can right, because we're about to lose Taiwan to China. You know, they lost Africa to China. You know, it's very much about economics. You got it out.
Yeah, man. Hey, when you like you said, like when you really look at it, man, America, they always trying to bring the new boogeyman out. You know, when they went in and they try to do the same thing with Gaddafi, they try to do the same thing with Saddam Hussein. You know, it's the same old one-trick pony over and over again, and these people keep falling for it. They keep falling for what they say in the word, okie doke. You know, this man keep doing the same thing, man. And Jake is just so blind, all right, to just having that house and that nice car and a good man and a good wife, that they losing sight on what's coming down the pipe, man. They're not watching what this devil's about to do. You know, we constantly telling you that this devil is about to come down having great wrath because he want to hoard up everything to himself. You know, when you look at the money, the elders was going into it and say the Rothschilds was worth over $300 trillion. But hell, we only in over what 200 and some $1 trillion of debt. So we really they got the money for the debt right there, man.
Oh,
You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
because
think
they
Who are
owing
we?
them
We
all
in
the
debt
money
to
to
them, huh?
themselves.
yeah,
Huh?
God.
we indebted him.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
I think her,
Exactly.
I think her shot just put it in WhatsApp not too long ago. This motherfucker done had what 9 heart transplants.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Hey, that's something.
he ain't trying to die. The most I said, no, I want him to live long enough to see his end.
yeah.
God.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, what the little thing said, hey man, you can't keep hanging up on me.
yeah,
Hey, the Lord calling
God.
that spirit back.
yeah,
He keep hanging the phone up. Nah,
yeah,
man,
God.
your
God.
ass about to go get out of here, man.
Yep.
yeah,
Shit,
So
he better get one prepared for that bunker.
yeah. Get it? You know he done got himself a bunker ready to hide out.
Yeah,
So
he gonna have to get a spare heart for that bunker.
oh man, he got a Jake down there, man. You know
Right.
these damn fucking what is it? Them ass kissing, knuckle dragging, lip hanging ass niggas, man. You know he
Yeah.
got about 2 or 3 of them down there.
yeah,
Hey,
he
You know,
it's always the private chefs or something like that.
yeah,
God.
Nigga gonna go missing.
no, ain't the private chef. He already told we already know who it is. It's the now Holyfield, not Holyfield. What's the one he
Mayweather.
speaks?
Samuel
Mayweather.
Jackson, goddamn.
Yeah,
Mayweather.
Mayweather. He the one talking. He the voice, so hey, he might be the
Yeah.
sacrificial. Give me your heart, Mr. Boxer.
Yep.
Yeah, give me your heart. Since since you will speak for them.
Yep.
Hey, the Lord got a sense of humor. He might do that.
Yeah.
God.
You got to see you, boy.
God.
Call him in, like, yeah, we got one more fight for you.
Yeah,
Fight for your life.
Toss his ass a hammer.
yeah, get his first loss, goddamn.
What they did in Django? Toss his ass a hammer.
There you go. What you want me to do with this? You know what to do with it.
Right.
Y'all brother holding something? Let me see.
I still had
Oh,
more than that 50.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
bring it on out.
Yeah. Back in Jeremiah 50 and 23 it says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among nations? I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, and thou wast not aware, and art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord.
Mm.
Yeah, beautiful, man. Because thou hast striven against the Lord, man. Who do you see that's adverse to the scriptures? Esau, Edom. Everything the Lord say not to do, Esau do it, man. Hey, just like when you go all the way back to Cain. When Cain had brought in his sacrifice, he brought fruit. Like, man, the Lord say, bring the first in of your cattle. I mean, first in of what is it, of your flock, and he brought fruit, man. And then you get mad because your brother brought the right offering. That's a nigga, man. You know,
God.
that's a nigga, man. You get mad because your brother did the right thing, but your stupid
God.
ass could have just paid attention, man. You
Yep.
know,
Hey, that's
God.
that last minute nigga right there. Hey, I need you to get
yeah.
this. He says, oh, I got time. I got
Yeah.
time.
Only
You didn't see your brother killing the first one of his flock.
right.
Getting the offering ready. You do the same, man. But he had that pride, man. He want to
Hey,
do it his way, just like these niggas in the world, man. They want to do it their way. We telling you to call on Yahweh. They saying, nah, I'm gonna call on Jesus Christ. That been working for me, my grandfather, his
Yep.
father, and
Yep.
and the whole
It ain't
time,
been
shit
working.
ain't been working. The whole time, still catching shit.
yep. Man,
I
we
know.
tell the brothers, hey, we tell them come out to the highways, the byways, and the hedges. Hey, bring your sacrifice unto the Lord. Well, they say, no, we going to the Baptist church.
Mm.
Pastor say, we got communion tonight. Well, we telling you to come out here in front of the altar of Yahweh Shem Shah. But these niggas want to do it their way. So what's gonna
God.
happen? When you go into Zechariah 13:8, 2/3 shall be cut off and die.
Yep.
You know,
God.
because of Hosea 4:6.
Yep.
My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
God.
I don't know if Malaka, you got anything? Well, he got Mike. All right. Yeah. And like you got in there?
Because hey, when you going to the hem of the earth, America has been winning for so long, man. You know, that's why they say, how has the golden city ceased? Because this place, hey, it was rich, abundant. You know, when you come to America, you just knew you gonna come here and get rich. You was gonna have your heart's desire. You know, but now when these other countries they get here, they start to see that this was a shithole country. You know, this is a work camp. You know, hey, you're not getting rich over here unless you are part of the elites, man. You know, the bankers, the ones that's really running being the movers and the shakers here.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Hey, Shalom. Hey, yo. Oh, Salakia.
Oh, go ahead.
Huh?
You was gonna say something, Hush?
But no, he was talking to Malakia. I don't know. Malakia, I don't know if you know he got a mic muted or not.
Oh, okay.
I'll let him know.
Hey, somebody get Isaiah 47:1.
All right, Isaiah
Bring it up.
47.
Start at the top.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47, and verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit
Yeah,
on
old
the ground.
virgin daughter of Babylon. Why is she a virgin? Because she never been touched before. You know? The Lord say sit down in the dust, man. That confusion. Sit down, man. Hey, come here. Let me show you something you don't know. Go ahead.
Yep.
Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be no more called tender and delicate, man. Hey, there's no throne for you. You about to your rulership is about to be taken away from you. You know,
God.
because you was winning here. You was on top. You was the queen of all the nations, man. The Lord say, come
God.
sit in this confusion now, because you're gonna be confused. You don't know that you're about to go down. You don't know that this place is about to be turned into a desolate place.
God. God. So keep going on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
keep
come.
going.
Okay. Isaiah 47:2. Take the millstone and grind mill, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass it over the river.
Yeah, man, and that's what we doing. We making bare the leg, you know, uncovering the thigh. We let you know all the nastiness this place has been doing, man. You know, when you
God.
go back to the Jim Crow era, you go back to chattel slavery, you go back to all these different atrocities that these people been doing to the tribes, man. You so-called blacks, so-called Native Americans, so-called Latinos. We bringing it all out. You know, they want to forget about this. You know, they don't want to talk about it. The so-called black people don't want to watch slave movies. You know, they don't want to get into the nitty gritty of what made Esau the wicked of the world. You
Yeah.
know, but
God.
we coming on the forefront, on the highway, the byways, and the hedges, and we making them uncomfortable. You know, because we
God.
talking about the things that everybody talk about behind closed doors. We bring it to the light.
God. What did Van say? He wanted them to say you shouldn't feel sorry or
Yep.
something.
Yeah.
Paraphrase.
Yep.
What that devil?
Yeah, he said you don't have to be ashamed to be white.
Yeah. God. You don't have to be ashamed to be white. God. That
Hey, I
devil.
got something just to land back off of that statement. Going back and Habakkuk, it says, shall not all these take up a proverb against him and a taunting Salakia, shall not all these take up a parable against him and a taunting proverb against him and say, woe unto him that increaseth that which is not his, how long, and he that ladeth himself with thick clay.
Ooh,
So
beautiful.
like you said, you know, you want to bury who you are, but
God.
there's a taunting proverb, you know, associated with your name. You know, there's a you know, a stench on your glory, on your legacy. You know, because you got it by by rape, robbery, and murder. You didn't get it righteously.
Yeah.
God.
And just to line back what you guys said, remember It said a couple of days ago, Elon Musk and his daddy did an interview, and they just said they don't know why his daddy opened his mouth, put his foot in his mouth, because he talked that day like, oh, they say within the next 5 to 10 years, next couple of years, you know, the Caucasian could be the minority.
Mhm.
And he's saying, oh, well, he don't see that's going to happen because he said, without, how everybody said, without the white folk, this place won't operate. And he just started just rambling on, and people look at him like, you can look at the reporters looking at like, what the hell is he talking about?
Mhm.
And then they try to get him to shut up. He just kept going, telling them, yeah, it was us that showed the black folks this, and everybody like cut him off. So,
I
so
gotta
yeah,
look that up.
yeah. And him, Elon Musk, and their daddy when they did a news interview.
Mm-hmm.
So, and now like their skirt is being lifted, and now everything is coming to the forefront, and they don't like it.
Yeah.
God.
I got a precept.
It's
This
more on that the one Yair was.
Hey, you done on that one, guy?
Yeah, y'all want me
Hey,
to
I
keep
got a
going?
quick one real quick to go over what you were saying. Real quick, you know what I'm saying? It goes along with what y'all talking about.
Mhm.
James 5:1, if one of y'all brothers want to go into it. James 5:1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days. Behold, the hire of your laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabbath oath. Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton. Ye have nourished your hearts as in the days of slaughter. Ye have condemned and killed and condemned the just, and he doeth not resist you.
Mm. Hey, that's speaking. Speaking on the times, man. The cries of the prophets ultimately of the elect have gone into the ears of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. And so the Lord is about to make the so-called white man vomit up all his, everything that he worked for, man.
Mm-hmm.
All the rape, robbery, and murder that he has done, right? To get where he is, well, the Lord is gonna make him pay for it, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
God. Yep. All the stuff in the Vatican, they're gonna cough all that up.
Yep. All the dirty little. Well, hey, this was the year of the Epstein list.
God.
Yeah.
Even though they didn't, they basically redacted the whole thing, right?
Yeah.
But it basically showed you that, all the politicians are corrupt,
God.
and not just in America, but all around the world.
All around the world.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
why
that's
we
crazy.
always go into it, man. When Esau start catching the hell, what he gonna do? He gonna cry. He gonna start weeping. He gonna try to get off himself. Because
God.
Esau
Yep.
can't handle being under pressure.
Yep.
When that pressure start hitting, when the Lord starts sending that righteous indignation, Esau is not gonna know what to do with himself. That's why he gonna be crying and being in misery. Because he finally gonna start getting his judgment. He's finally gonna start getting beat for all the different atrocities he's been doing in the earth. Esau been getting away with a lot, man. Like brothers was going into it before camp last week. Esau has been running rampant like a wild man for years, man. So he really feel like there's nothing ever gonna happen. But the Lord is
God.
laying a snare upon him. He about to take this man down, and he's not even gonna see it coming. That's why he
God.
say, sit down in confusion, sit in the dust. Because this devil really think that his NWO is gonna come, all right, to fruition. He think that he's gonna put a micro C hip in everybody on the planet. Think of the mindset that you got to have to believe that you're going to be able to put a microchip in everybody on the planet. You know,
Mhm.
that's the pride, man. That's the pride of this devil.
God.
I got one. A good chance. Can you hear?
Bring it out.
Oh, okay, yeah. This is going back like we just said. This is First Thessalonians 5:3. How you said earlier about the peace and safety. For when they say peace and safety, then sudden distress cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. And just like how you just said a few minutes ago, we did act like a spoiled child that never got his behind whipped by his parents, and it'd be like, well, hell, if they ain't stopped me so far, let's just keep going. And like how you
Yep.
said before, they gonna say, all right, well, we got what we wanted. We about to get the new world all started. We're gonna get these people checked up. We're gonna do this, and this, and that's what the Most High gonna says, gotcha,
Yep. Hey,
gotcha.
what it was? Hey, who that was?
Dave
Dave
Chappelle,
Chappelle. Got you,
gotcha,
bitch.
bitch. Yeah, they just like how Shaw just brought up before we had Cap. You know, you had all these thousands of supposed Christians going to Jerusalem, all celebrating and trying to get
Yep.
the people together. All that was just for hype because over there they feeling like Jerusalem is like, okay, a lot of the so-called youth is not on board with them. So they're trying their damnedest to get the people back on their, pretty much like how Yannicka said, they're trying to lull them back to sleep. Try to put them back
Yep.
on that, try to put them back in that blanket, and it's not working.
Well, the spotlight has been on the small hats, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with that war and what they did to those Palestinians
Yep.
over there, really 2025 was the year of the spotlight for them, man. You
Mm-hmm.
know, they're feeling a lot of hatred. They're feeling a lot of the heat
Yep.
coming from what they've been doing to those people, man.
Yep. Germany turning against them. They, you got other countries like, what y'all doing right there now? Yeah, they ain't making no sense. You saying one thing, but the picture's showing something totally different.
God.
Here we are. Other countries are dropping our supplies, and you got the nerve to sit there and want to play potluck shots at kids trying to get food.
Yep.
But yet you trying to make Hamas look like, oh, this was Hamas doing, they doing this. But well, hell, look what you're doing. You telling me this 8-year-old is a threat to you because you trying to get some supplies over this little building that's been blown the hell up. So yeah, now their skirts been lifted up, and now they can't hide.
Yep.
I got one real quick. It's a song, y'all hear me?
Yeah, bring it out.
Psalm 73 and 3. It says, "For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. But there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm."
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, he was envious at the wicked. All right. Hey, but when you really look at the wicked, man, hey, you really see them winning, man. When you look at LeBron James, he winning. You look at these different entertainers, these athletes. Hell, you even look at the local dope boy. Hey, this
Yep.
nigga
God.
winning. You walking in the store with a damn knot that could choke a mule, man. You like,
God.
goddamn, man, how he keep winning, man? I'm out here
Yep.
going to
Yep.
camp, on studying, I'm doing videos. Man, hey, that's
God.
why we say how long, Lord? How long you gonna
How
let this
long?
down simple lip dragging ass nigga keep winning, man? You
God.
know? And then you start seeing like, all right, man, I'm reading the scriptures. The elders and apostles, they going into the precepts of how they gonna be brought down, how 2/3 gonna be cut off and die. They're gonna be in scrapes. They're gonna be in derisions. So you start getting built up in the spirit. You start understanding what's their end gonna be. But you get into it.
God.
Psalm 73 and 4. "But there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble other men, neither are they plagued like other men.
Like other men.
Therefore pride compasses them about as a chain. Violence covers them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than their heart could wish. They are
Yeah, man, the
corrupt."
so-called white man. Hey, the so-called white man, he had more their heart could wish, man. This man got private islands. You know, when you go into Epstein, this man had a whole island, bro. You know,
Oh
think
wow.
of like wrap your mind around having your own island. You know, this man had his own island. A lot of these politicians, they own the police. You know,
Yep. God.
they got homes on beachfront properties. You know, own half of the beach in South Beach. These are the type of people that's winning, man. That's on top, and that
God.
pride has compassed them as a chain. That pride, what it is, pride go before destruction, and the haughty look before a fall. So we know they're about to fall. That's why how about Shema Shai left little breadcrumbs all throughout the scriptures to show you that hey, yeah, they might look like they winning, you know, but it's an illusion.
Yep. Hey,
God.
that's why you got these different leaders when they go to these summits, right? You had Noah Harari. He was saying that, oh, we don't need the Lord.
Mm,
If there's a drought, we can make our own rain. We can grow our own food and basically Xing out the Most High when you go into the high side stigma.
mm-hmm.
This man's his look is more stout than his fellows, man. He's proud individual.
Right.
Like you were saying about the chip, man. In order for you to have a plan to chip, 300 million people, you got to be some type of crazy and just proud,
Con,
man.
con.
God.
Hey,
You
just like with when you brothers always going to COINTELPRO, this devil got so much pride that he said, if you get a Messiah, it's the one that I gave you.
right?
That's
Damn.
pride, bro. That's
Man.
pride to be able to say, hey, the only Messiah you're gonna have is the one that I give you, man.
Mm.
That's pride, bro.
Hmm.
Major pride.
I got a
Mm,
quick one real quick.
You
This
got
is
it.
Obadiah 1:3 said, "The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?" And that's that's Esau's pride, man. His pride has deceived him to where he think he could actually overcome and overtake the Lord. Like Brother Hashad just said, Harari said, "Oh, we don't need God no more. We can do this thing on our own." And
God.
I think the brother Elder Yashmama brought out how they going into this new Genesis project to where they trying to create things into their own image, man. That's the pride that Esau has reached, man.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
even some of the brothers who might remember this back in the 80s. You remember when they first came up with the cloning project. They clone the sheeps and stuff like that. So they let you know right off the bat. They're like, well, we don't need the Most High. Look what we did. We just cloned 2 sheeps. If
Right.
you could clone 2 sheeps, we could clone 4 cows, and so forth and so forth.
Yep. Hey,
Yep.
even with the 6G coming out, right? They were talking about how the technology is going to allow them to, be able to look under the skin.
mm.
Yeah.
So hey, what that's going into.
Hmm.
So
God.
this devil's he has an elaborate plan, right? And it's one that doesn't include the Most High. It doesn't
God.
include the Most High's creation. It's something that He created. Even I know the brother Yair, he always talk about that jab. Well, that jab changed these people their genetic makeup.
Mhm.
Right.
God.
Hmm.
So that's Esau Edom, man.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll finish this off. This Psalm 73:8. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak lawfully. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walk through the earth. Therefore his people return hither, and waters of a full cup are wrung out to them. And they say, how doth God know? And it says, and is there knowledge in the Most High? Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increased in riches Verily I have cleansed my heart in vain and washed my hands in innocence. For all the day long have I been plagued and chastened every morning. If I say I will speak, thus behold, I shall offend against the generation of thy children. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me until I went into the sanctuary of God, then understood I their end. You know, they
Hey, yeah, man. Hey,
just
the
like us,
ungodly,
man.
man. Oh, you got it. Go ahead.
No, no, you got it. My damn phone. You
Oh
got it up.
yeah. Hey, the ungodly is prospering, man. When you start paying attention and you start, like they say, follow the money. When you start following the money, you start seeing who is prospering the earth, who is the wicked of the earth. You know, who is really winning, who is on top. You know, the brother Hassan always going to the bankers, man. You know, when you go into those bankers, those elites, you know, you really start to see like, hey man, these people are the ones that are raping and robbing the whole earth, man. You
Nah,
know?
God.
if I could add to your point too, they just I think it was an article that came out and said Elon Musk got more as much money that he could basically help like over like 50% of Americans and whatnot,
Yeah,
and
you
that's
know,
what
he
Yeah,
a
kind of,
trillionaire now,
huh?
He a trillionaire now.
Right,
Yeah,
right. And that's Elon Musk. So how much more like the Rothschilds and the Rockefellers and
God.
the
God.
Enrons?
God.
and yeah,
The
not just him.
Oppenheimers.
But yeah, not just him. You know, Elon Musk. You got like how you said, it's plenty of these multi-millionaires, billionaires that can easily
No, you
take
talking
care
about
of.
billionaires. They said that the Rothschilds are about to be quadrillionaires. You got
Goodness
to wrap your
gracious.
mind about this
Oh my
around.
gosh.
You know, they're about to be
Yeah,
quadrillionaires.
yeah,
You
and
know,
Jeez.
remember
that's
these.
what's
And
after
remember,
trillionaire.
yep. And don't forget these. That family been around for a long time. They say
Yeah.
over 50 years. Them boys been around for 100+ years.
Yeah, because the elder
Yeah,
Pastor Tahar, you know, on that 4 hour and 50 minute video they did, you know, he was going into compound interest, you know, and those
yeah,
devils been getting compound interest on all that money, man. You know,
yes.
that's like, man, these people got so much money, man. It would take Yahweh Shemel Shah to bring these people down, man. They
Mhm.
Nah,
own militaries, they own countries,
Yes.
you know?
It just I know one of the comedian I forgot the comedian. He said there are two types of rich. You got your rich and you got the stupid rich. You see, rich can
Yeah,
pretty much do certain things, but the stupid rich, they can do whatever the hell they want to.
yeah,
nah. And
The
God.
when
Ross,
yeah, when
go
you
ahead.
got that much money, like Yana Carr just said, like quadrillionaires, bro, you ain't got no choice but to try to be a god. Like
Yeah,
huh.
yeah,
you just try to control every aspect of the earth possible. Like you just in that
mhm,
God complex, and that's what
Mm-hmm.
mhm,
South Edom. You know, that's what the rich elites like. They trying to like obtain godhood.
Yeah.
mhm.
Hey, I was watching this one show where like this dude was talking. I don't know. I forgot what the show was called, but he was going into it. He was like, man, here go like $1 million. He said, you keep your money. I want the power. You know, because these devils get off on the power. You know, you walking in a room and everybody asking you questions and asking your opinion and your ideal on things. You know, that's what these devils get off on, man. They get off on the
God.
power. You know, being able to control someone type of living, being able to control, you know, how much money you make on a job, control what type of car you can drive. That's what these devils get off on, man. Where your child go to school at, you know?
Mhm.
Control how much you can eat in a week, how much meat you could consume.
Yeah,
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That,
Mm-hmm.
that
it's
that's another
like
level of godhood.
yeah,
Yep.
like you got so much money that gives you the power to control pretty much the economy.
Yep.
You be like how Yannicka just said, you could control the prices, whatever item you want. Like, you know what? I want the price for oil to be this much today. You
Right.
even got to get out of your bed. You can just like, I want the price of cereal to be this much today.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
that power, you know, just to land back off you, the power allows you to affect, you know, thousands or millions of lives, man.
Yep.
Mhm.
God.
You know, you can, you know, really effectively kill people thousands of, just by, just by your actions alone, one man, that's a different level of power.
Yo,
I got one real quick. I got
all
one
right,
real
bring it
quick.
out.
You got it.
Bring it
It's
out.
Psalm 37 and 35. I have seen the wicked in great power and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yea, I sought him, but he could not be found. It says, mark the perfect man, and behold the upright. For the end of that man is peace, but the transgressors shall be destroyed together. The end of the wicked shall be cut off. Yeah.
Hey,
Got it up.
that's beautiful. Hey, the end of the wicked should be cut off, man. Hey, somebody get Job 20, and start at the top. Because hey, the wicked is about to be cut off. That's why we going into New Year's of destruction, because this devil is about to be cut out. He's about to be taken out the way. We in the times of seeing this devil being moved out of the way, the wicked being put out the earth. All right, and righteous being able to prevail here on the earth. That's what everybody signed and crying for. When you go into Romans 8, everybody waiting on the sons of God to be manifest. Because everybody's tired of this wicked rulership. What it is where the what it
Righteous
say
are
when
in order.
yep, that's it. That's it. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear
Wicked.
rule, the people mourn. And the people are mourning now. Look at these protests. Look at these uproars of the people. Everybody's upset. They don't even know if they're gonna get their regular meals, their regular food. Because you go in the grocery store and shit is so high, bro. People are losing their fucking minds. These people, when they got their EBT cut off, they said they were gonna take their buggies, load them up, and walk the hell out the damn
Yep.
grocery store, man.
God. Yep. God.
Yep. I got that Job 20 when you're ever ready.
Yeah, bring it out.
This is Job 20, starting at 1. Then answered Zafar, I hope I say his name right, Namathite, and said, therefore do my thoughts cause me to answer, and for this I make haste. I have heard and checked of my reproach, and the spirits of my understanding causes me to answer. Before, knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short?
Who? Hold up, right there. The triumphant of the wicked is short. So, hey,
Short.
the Lord telling you, man. Hey, this devil is
God.
not going to be ruling for a long time. When you go into Job
God.
14 and 5, he say, I set the bounds that he cannot pass. This devil
God.
is only got a short amount of time to cause all type of havoc and hell on the earth.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
I'll start back over. That the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds.
Yeah, because when you look at this devil, man, you look at it. Hey, he got space stations in the skies. All right,
Yep.
he got his jet planes. He got his helicopters. He got his
Yachts.
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 This devil. Hey, he's in the clouds, man. You look at him and you is amazed, like, damn, how this devil, reach these heights from rolling stones and scratching on his head, man.
God.
Number 7. Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? Number 8. He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yeah, he shall be.
Hey, they're gonna say, hey, where is he, man? He's gonna perish like his own dung. When you take a shit in the toilet, man, when you flush that commode, man, you look back, you don't expect to see no shit no more, man. You expect it to go down the drain. That's how this devil gonna go. He's gonna go down the drain. You're not gonna see him anymore.
See him anymore. Yep. Gone and never to be seen again.
Yeah.
God.
Con, man.
God.
Number 8. I start at number 8. He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yeah, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. As children
God.
shall as children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's the point. Hey, we're not gonna worry about seeing this devil anymore, man. He's gonna fly away like a dream in the night. When you wake up and you try to remember that dream and you can't, God damn, I know I dreamt about something. I can't remember what it was. That's how he's
Yeah,
gonna be, man.
they call that fleeting dream. Soon as you wake up, like, damn, damn it, I can't remember for nothing.
Yeah.
That's gonna be them fleeting dreams, just like history
God.
books. They can say, yeah,
God.
yeah, brought up just right. You go inside the museum, they can have a picture of Esau, the kids, grandkids, ask you, well, who are those? Oh, those evil motherfuckers back in the day. The one,
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
the one that messed up the earth, and the Most High gave it to
Yep.
them.
Yep.
That's your real caveman back then.
Yep.
Yeah, man. And that's how it should be, man. Because this devil has been destroying the earth. He's been going, deforesting the trees,
Mm-hmm.
destroying the water, chemtrail. I was at the park, and you can see the chemtrail just being sprayed all throughout the
Mm-hmm.
skies, man. You know,
Yo, right. For
Man,
Yeah,
real.
but yet they can tell you, oh no, that's just the airplane high in the atmosphere. That's just the ice coming off the. Come on, good bullshit. No,
yeah,
no. Come up with a better lie.
yeah,
well, a lot of this stuff they're not even hiding no more.
Yeah,
yeah.
No, they sure not.
even when they
Yeah.
said, even when the elders said when they had that government shutdown back in November, they say you kind of noticed the only thing they didn't stop was the chemtrails. It's still been fine in here. Every day else been shut down, but not them chemtrails.
Mm,
Yeah, man. But you got niggas talking about what they gonna do if they can't eat. That's where faith come in at, man. You got to trust in
God.
your Abba Shema Shai. That's how you know that the Lord didn't give them that gift of faith. Because you supposed to have faith that, hey, I'm gonna be good in them times. If you doing what you supposed to do, you're gonna be good in that time. You're not gonna have to worry about food. You're not gonna worry about the Gurkha troops running in, snatching you out your house and throwing you into a concentration camp. Because why? Yahweh Shema Shai say, if I'm for you, who can be against you?
That's
God.
right. That's right.
Hey, I made a point about Job 14:5. Somebody can bring it out, just to add on to that point.
I had a quick one too.
Bring it out up while somebody grabbing that Job 14:5.
All right, this Obadiah 1:18. It says, "The house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and
Ooh.
they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it."
Ooh.
God.
Hey, the Southern Kingdom and the Northern Kingdom, man. Hey, the
God.
Lord say I'm gonna turn you into hunters. Hey, right now we fishing, man. We on the internet.
God.
Bros going into precepts, trying to bring out this truth. But the Lord is about to turn us into hunters, man. He say I should enact my vengeance upon Edom with Israel. So the Lord is gonna use us to bring forth his righteous indignation, you know. And we're gonna be the ones that set this bitch on fire, man, along with our big brother Yahushua.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got that Job 14:5. If anybody
All
else
right,
want.
bring it out.
All
Joe,
right, we see here.
you got it
Bring it
out?
out.
Yeah, I got it. This is
Okay.
Job 14:5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass.
Yeah, he appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So no matter how much this devil trying to will his new world order into fruition, it's not going to happen, man. No matter how much you want to try to chip, all right, the whole world is not going to happen because the Lord said, I have 7,000 men that will not bow the knee to Baal. So that's a
God.
complete number of men that's not going to bow down to his new world order, his MOTB. All right, we're going to fight to the end, no matter if it come down to you losing your life. You might
God.
get beheaded for this truth. You might be put in a concentration camp for 10 days. You know,
God.
hey, whatever you got to do to get that crown, you got to fight, you got to hold on, because Esau going to come with it, man. We know the devil, the wicked that we're dealing with, man. Esau don't give a damn about killing or torturing, you know. So, hey, like the elders say, you got to know what you're involved in.
God.
Yep, Revelations 2 there.
To add to your point too, that's why the scriptures say the devil gonna come down with great wrath because he know that he got a short time.
Beautiful.
Because uh he know that this is gonna be the end of his rulership. He never gonna be back in power. So you know that Esau's gonna come with it all, with the torturing, with the all types of wickedness to be put on Jake. But at the end of the day, we know it's the judgment of the Lord. That's why the scripture says it's gonna be a time like never before. Because
Right.
it's that last ass whooping,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be in that Maccabee spirit, man. When you
God.
witness to those 7 brothers, man, them 7 brothers
Mm-hmm.
stare still stiffly, man. Like,
Oh,
bros,
yeah.
hey, you got to just read that Maccabees over and over again. Them 7 brothers,
Mm-hmm.
and get it in your psyche, get it in your spirit, man, because that's the mindset that you're gonna have to have.
Yeah, because
Because Esau gonna pull out all his torture tactics.
even when it got down to the middle child, even the king started to waver a little bit. Like, wait a minute, hold up, stop.
Yeah,
Mom, talk to your kids real quick. Mom said, "What do you want me to
yeah,
say?"
man, I don't want to do this. Hey, wait, I don't want to do this, man. Come on now.
Yeah.
The king said, "I almost killed." I done started from the elders and worked my way on down to almost to the third, fourth child. And mom said, "Well, what do you want me to say? They done got their mind made up. They already know what's going on. You might as well keep the ball rolling."
God.
Hmm.
Yeah.
If I could
They
add
even
to
took. Oh, what?
yeah, if I could add to your point, that's why the scriptures say if you believe in the most high, you must believe that he is.
Yep.
Because Esau, even like he could, put you in that predicament to try to get you to break. But the Lord, he controls all things. So the Lord can I always think about situations like what if the Lord just shut down your nervous system to where you don't
Yep.
even really feel that much pain.
Beautiful.
It's just a test, you know what I mean, to see if you're gonna break. But if you don't break, the
God.
Lord can shut down your nervous system, and you might just feel a little sting, but it ain't as painful. Like, you know what I mean? Just to get you
Yep.
through it.
Yep.
Yep.
God.
And,
God.
and
Hey,
even so like, but
hey, the Lord got so much power, man. He can go get ready to pull the guillotine down and it break. You
Yep.
know,
Yep.
it's not working. You never know, man. With the Lord, man, hey, all things are possible.
Uh,
God.
yeah, or
even
or
think
just
about the times like where you had these situations in the world like a Jake would try to shoot another Jake in a gun jam.
Yep.
I was about to say that too. I said South Carolina, they done bought back the firing squad. So let's say they put you in
Yep.
front of the firing squad and not even last gun just don't even work. You
Right.
just
Yep.
standing there like, hey, they looking like, what the hell's going on? You just bust out laughing. Oh, that's my God. Yeah, how about should be I was shot.
That's it.
God.
That's it.
Uh,
God.
beautiful.
And then when they see that, like, oh, something wrong, let's try it again. Click, 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 click. Nothing
Yep.
happened.
Mhm. And that's
Yeah,
the
you just
mindset you
turned
got
into
to have.
Super Saiyan.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
the mindset you got to have though, because hey, like the elders always going to, man. You got to step out on a faith that this world has never seen before.
God.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I
Hey,
got that right here.
y'all brothers got something to end off on? Cause my thing about to go dead. I got like 5%. You know,
Yeah, I was
unless
gonna
y'all
read.
brothers gonna keep going.
Yeah, I was gonna read Revelations 2 and 10 real quick, like what we were just talking about. But if you got, I can read that for a
Yeah,
closeout.
bringing it out.
Yeah, this is Revelation, like what we've just been talking about. Revelations 2 and 10. Fear
Hey,
none of
Hashai, you
those.
can close us out too.
Okay.
Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall come cast some of you in prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. But be thou
Beautiful
faithful,
precept.
mhm, be thou faithful until death, and I will give thee a crown of life.
Beautiful.
Just like how you said with those seven, and real quick, I know if you got 5%, but real quick, like how the 7 brothers, even the baby brother, when he got down to the last child, he said, "Hey, look, King, we already know our faith, and we know what your faith's gonna be. So they say, yeah, we're gonna have everlasting life. You get ready for
Mhm.
your punishment." Pretty much in a nutshell, roughly paraphrasing. Like, hey, look, we already know what our outcome's gonna be. Your outcome, yeah, you gonna get it worse.
Yes.
He was right.
But yeah. So go ahead.
Hey, that's beautiful, man. Hey, which goes right along into the theme of 2026, the year of apostasy. All right, the year of apostasy, sellouts, and agents. All right, the Lord is preparing us to be betrayed, to be delivered up, and ultimately, if these things do take place, it's the year of the prophet, man. The Lord will raise up the standard for the prophets, for His men, and ultimately, the Lord is going to be glorified through that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, man. So, hey, beautiful lesson, Akim. Lord willing, it was edifying, exhorting. All right, we want to end off by giving all the infinite glory and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Shakodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that do rule and teach well. Peace, love, and salutation to the hopeful elect that is out there pushing this truth. All right, in all sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, giving diligence to make your calling of election sure. Shalom and Ababu Ba.
Shalom.
All right, this is the last night, y'all. Be careful out there now in case y'all going out.
Okay.